Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Wild Chats, your home for everything animals. I am Ryan. That over there, as always, is Maria. Guys, sometimes there's certain topics because there's just too much fun stuff, and you got to do a second one. And it's only episode 44, but today we're going to do Animals Playing with Balls number 2, and you guys can look back at episode 10 and tell us if we've made any progress over the last
If we had evolved.
episodes. I don't know. I mean, by 10, I think we kind of had our footing a little bit, but the shows, we chatted more, we chatted less, so I think, it's probably changed more than we thought, but I
You
like
guys can
watching,
tell us.
I like mega projects for like constructions. They always give you like, this is what it looks like now. And they're like, if you want to see how far it's come, look at the previous episode from 3 months ago. And I like to see like how far things have progressed, but that's just a weird thing because I like construction projects. But those videos are fun for me. So go back to video 10 and let us know if we got better or worse or moderately the same.
Oh, Ryan, don't tell me. I'm kidding.
I don't even remember, Mar, if we had kind of started with the like, Mar, do you have any stories involving today's given topic back in episode 10? So, assuming that you didn't tell an animal playing with balls story back then, do you have any fun stories from your life about animals playing with balls or toys or other interesting things that you've seen?
I think the most exciting thing I've seen was at the zoo. And this was in Toledo. And the enclosure where they have the bears, the polar bears,
Yes.
they had a red ball. And it was just so much fun because the red ball, the fluffy bear, and it just plunging in, play with the ball was just extremely adorable. And
Okay.
that's what I think of when you say playing with balls.
Okay. This is supposed to be a little bit later down on the line, but did it look a little bit like this? Something, I mean, imagine a bear, but something like that? Is that kind of what you were talking about?
Not as exciting. I mean, this tiger is wow.
Big red ball, though? I mean, something, animal jumping, big red ball. We're close, right? Something close?
Very close. I mean, they're definitely having fun. I would love to have that job that guy has.
Yes, that's a tough one.
Like I remember when I was a kid, there was a story of a caregiver who got eaten by the panther. And if you guys have noticed, panthers are one of my absolute favorite animals. Tigers are like right there. So I have a fight. And the only reason why panthers won in my balance was because panthers are from Latin America. So I had to choose something that will break the tie. And that's the only reason why. But oof, when my mom told me that that the human got eaten by the animal, I was like, well, hopefully the guy enjoyed his job so much that the honor of being eaten.
That is super dark.
I was like 11 or 12, maybe 13, but I was like, oh my gosh, what an honor.
Super dark. Okay. I'm going to back it up to what was supposed to be the first video for this episode, everybody.
We're 3 minutes into it and you're already like,
it's a little bit lighter. If you guys take the metro wherever you live or whatever you want to call it, public transportation, it's called the metro, the subway, it all depends where you're at in the world. We all know it can get a little crowded. It can get a little hectic, depending on if you're taking train cars and being pushed into them, trying to find yourself space to manage to be able to ride the thing. I know this happens in Japan. It happens in Colombia and stuff.
they don't push you in though.
No, they don't push you in. You got to push yourself in and try to
yes.
manage to like find a little like crevice for yourself.
Get the people who love to stand at the door to move a centimeter so you can actually cross through.
Yes,
Pet peeves.
exactly. So it's nice to have a little bit of entertainment while you're there before you start this ordeal. And I don't think that this was the intention, but I really can't in my mind, as with many of these clips that we see, guys, I don't know how we got there. I don't know what the pre was before, how the setup looked, how this scene even got set. The person with the camera, you're going, this was clearly on purpose, but why did you pick this scenario? But somebody decided that people, I guess, on the metro needed some entertainment, and he just happened to have a pig and a ball handy, and so And the pig's got a ticket, so he didn't cheat everybody. He paid his way.
How adorable. I wonder if that's legal.
I have no idea. I'm not even 1,000% sure this is a metro. I mean, I'm trying to like look at the back, and there's times. It almost looks like it might be an airport.
No, but like 7 minutes.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay.
I see where the bathrooms are.
A very sophisticated metro, but
love it. That's a fun metro or place.
And then where did they put the pig? Like, they got some distance between, like, they set the pig up way back by like the guy in the white shirt or something, and then ran through the turnstile so they could get the recording of him coming all the way through. I just love the ticket.
It makes you what the thing is nowadays, what makes it very hard to check if a video is real or not is that we have gone so far that, like, if you look at the Star Wars movies and when they put Princess Leia, but she had sadly passed away, but this is when she was younger and they put her in, and the only reason you know it's fake is because you know they recreated the scene, and they didn't clearly have somebody do it. Which probably will have looked more natural. But anyway, it makes it really hard to know if those videos are real or not.
This one, they intentionally blurred out the people in the background. I would bet a lot of money that this is real. Because if you look, the people in the background are like intentionally blurred. Like, that's a blur line, so you can't see any faces. Like, this is, in my mind, this is pretty real. But I just... It's the ticket that gets me, man. I swear. Like, I paid. I got my ticket. Look, guys, I paid.
I did, even though I came the opposite direction. Let's do this.
I love it.
And he's very adorable.
I don't know why. So it's just about. Well, let's see. I'm not exactly sure when this is going to come out, but really close to World Cup. We're either in the middle of it, or very close to one side or the other. So in the spirit of World Cup, you had to get a little bit of soccer action. Even though we have an entire video about animals in soccer, I just saw this guy, and I said to myself, he needs to be in the video for animals playing with the ball. Look at these goalie skills. Look at this. Look at that.
Aww.
Two. How many more you got? I got it. What else? What else you got?
I love how he has the Brazilian shirt. Oh, he's adorable.
I mean, whoever's shooting is pretty horrendous because, I mean, they're like way over the goal, and then they're right at the goalie. I mean, whoever's shooting really needs to get some better soccer skills, but
But the goalie is adorable.
But the goalie he's Bigalicious. He's amazing. Look at him. That's his nickname. On the back of his jersey should be Bigalicious or something.
Look how happy he is. He's just so happy.
Yeah.
I'm doing this, you guys. I'm doing this.
It looks like a street hockey court, whatever you want to call it.
Netting. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't call it ice. What is it? Street hockey field? It's not.
It could be somewhere in a street. No,
court?
It's a field.
No, it's. I guess what I'm asking for, guys, you'll have to help me in the comments. What is it? So for hockey, it's the ice, is what you would say. But once you go to street hockey, it's no longer the ice. But it's not grass, so it's not a field. Would it be the street hockey course? I need some help, guys. So
or court? I would think it's court. Hockey court.
Street hockey courts just sounds weird. Volleyball court, basketball court, yes. Y'all help me out. I don't know the answer to that one.
Tennis court.
All right. So after that long debates, that'll go on for years now.
That will go into eternity.
Yes. What is a street hockey course? See, that's why, like, in Spanish, it's just, what is it? Cancha for everything, right? Like field, court, all of it. You just use one word for everything.
Like court, basically.
Yeah.
Cancha.
So you don't. Yeah. All right. Well, some animals are tiny. Some animals are a little bit bigger.
Oh.
And some animals
are in between.
Are really big and joyous when it comes to throwing them a ball. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I like that it almost looks like a rubber band ball. It's got like this distinct texture. There you go. That's an awesome day in my mind. I can play soccer and kick and fetch with a horse. That would just be so much fun.
That horse is having a complete blast.
Uh-huh.
Oh, how cute is
Look at how he
that?
even bites it. There's like a little space for him to bite it and pick it up.
How beautiful.
Yeah, I want to see there's texture on it. And I don't
Yeah,
know
there
what
is definitely texture on it.
bites when he picks it up, and it must be just a little piece of the texture because he doesn't pop the ball either. That
I wonder if it's one of those Pilates balls that have like a something.
No, because it wouldn't roll. I don't see any like little handle or anything. That's what I was looking for too, and I didn't see it.
But he is clearly able to grab it.
Yep, right
So
there.
maybe not as inflated enough.
I think he just got a little piece of string or something. It's kind of weird. I'm not exactly sure what he's biting onto, but I've got to say, I think this is going on my bucket list because just kicking a ball around and like playing soccer / fetch with a horse. I think I kind of want to be this guy. This is awesome.
And I love when they play with cows too.
That's awesome.
Like, what did you do today? I played with a horse.
I played soccer with a horse. Really, really.
With Timmy. But honey, Timmy's a horse. Yep.
Out on a field.
He's adorable. That's a beautiful video. That's very beautiful. Wow.
So we all know.
I think that goes actually on my list of my favorites so far.
Really?
Yes.
You're always slightly biased just by the animals that you like. I try to take in like the whole totality of the clip. Like I'm not a fan of pigs, but that pig rolling through the ticket check with the ticket in his mouth. Like
yeah, I'm just not 100% convinced on being a true clip, so that's why I was biased. Really? Like if they put the scene but the pig wasn't real.
Okay.
Maybe it's because it's too perfectly done.
I mean, he looks up like he's looking up at the beep. Right as he's through the gate, he looks up. And once you roll right past your feet, that's almost impossible to like cut into a scene. Because the floor has so much texture, there would be nowhere to do like a jump when you swing down to the pig that you would then get rid of the background scene. That's where the flooring would make this really hard to transpose.
No, and I see the shadows. Like I see the shadows, and I'm looking at the shadows of people, and it does follow. Yeah. So that's the only reason why that one didn't. Like I was tossed up between those two.
Okay, all right.
So
it's not always as fun to watch animals playing with balls when you already expect them to be pretty agile. So when we think of cats, we already know that they're pretty agile. They can twist and turn themselves. They always land on their feet and stuff. But every once in a while, they can still do something pretty impressive. And I just felt like he needed his props there. That's like a backflip.
Look how wow.
Yeah.
Like, oops, I missed.
Yeah. And then look at the focus though. Because even after it goes through pause, he turns his head to spot.
He follows it. Yes. It's very impressive. It's very impressive.
Uh-huh.
And then boom.
It's going to be a weird analogy, but actually what it reminds me of, anybody that's ever done ballet or dance, if you do any kind of turns, the rule is you get your head to a point. So your head kind of whips around first, and then you spot something, and then you use that spot for your balance as you come around. And that's exactly what he's doing. The ball goes through his hands, and he uses the ball. He locks into it and then just follows it all the way down, which is absolutely amazing to me. So I'm going to tell a story that's not animal related, but it's hilarious. And I've probably mentioned it on the show a couple times, but I've dated a few ballerinas in my past that when someone's passionate about something, you take an interest in their passions, and then you become interested in the thing that you kind of weren't that interested in. So now I find ballet it's in a very impressive art form. But I heard a story of, it was a famous ballerina's like last performance. And there was somebody backstage that used to always watch her show backstage, like an employee during the show. And on her last performance, the employee wanted to get a better view because they were always kind of in the same spot tucked behind. So they kind of as the performance went on, they were able to move around in the background because they were behind curtains and stuff.
Exactly.
So they could get a better view of the show. Well, it turns out that the employee was wearing, like, I think it was on their walkie-talkie. It has that red light.
Uh-huh.
The ballerina, the entire show for the years she was doing it, didn't realize it, but she was actually spotting off of the red light on the walkie-talkie. So when the employee decided they wanted a better view of the show, they were drifting to get a better angle. So her spot was actually drifting because that light was moving.
Did she fall?
She didn't fall, but she just
No, she probably realized what was happening and focused on something else immediately. I mean, that's part of training.
Yeah, but I found that story so interesting when I heard it the first time, because it's this person who really appreciated the show so much was actually part of the show and didn't realize it because their walkie-talkie red light.
What an important role he had, and he didn't know.
Yeah.
I think what I love about that story is it shows you the importance of every job.
Yeah.
Whether everybody else notices or not. And because of him and the light, he was helping her without realizing what he was doing. Not only keeping the place clean or the show flowing easily. That's beautiful. I love that.
I thought it was pretty hilarious because you just don't realize it. But so when I saw this cat, that was the very first thing that I thought of. It just the way he spots the ball after it passes through. You see his head come around immediately, and he's looking.
And how naturally his body changed. That is so beautiful.
But I think my favorite part of this entire scene, if you guys are looking in the background, I believe that's a blow-up or stuffed corgi dog in the background. I think that.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Like, what are those two creatures there? Like, I was trying to analyze the room, but I'm glad you said something.
He looks like the way he's like flat. Looks like he should be a balloon in like the Macy's Day Parade or something. Like that would be the pose they would have him in if he was like a gigantic balloon.
That's hilarious. I was thinking that. Oh, you can see Peeps. You see a little tiny ear right there.
I heard her scoff at you. Did you do something scoff-worthy, Maria?
She's getting to recording studio now. She's just woke up from a nap, and now she's moving around, wondering what she wants to do with her life. There she is.
Tough life choices. Tough life choices.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one, have you ever seen those balls that people can actually like get into? There's the ones that you wear, and then
I want to do that.
And you can bounce around.
Oh no!
Like those are like the bouncing balls that your feet are on the ground, so you can still run around in, and it's almost like a big like sumo suit or something like that. But then they have those balls that are totally enclosed that you can go and like you have them where you can actually like run on water. Have you seen those?
I have.
So those are. So I think that's kind of what this next guy was doing. I think he was in one of those really big balls where you could just run on the water. Unfortunately, his day went a little bit sideways because he became the play toy for these sharks that just decided that they were gonna have fun batting him around for a little bit. I don't think this is how this guy thought his day was gonna go.
That is awesome. As fake as it is, it's awesome.
I know.
And I love the seagulls flying. They try to make it really realistic.
I like
the guy in the inside. Like if you focus only on the guy, you can just see that poor guy.
Yeah, one loop, everybody look at the guy in the bubble only, and then the next loop, look at the sharks only.
That is awesome.
Too. I like how they have him kind of grinning. This guy especially.
Yeah, like they did a great job. They did a beautiful job with this.
I was going to challenge Maria's forensic skills, but since she got so focused on the pig, I was not even thinking that any of the previous clips would be questionable as real or not. So then I got to this one, and yes, the seagulls were an amazingly nice touch, though.
That was unexpected, and I loved it. And I love the fact that it's clearly fake. It's clearly fake.
Yes.
And they're not making it anything that is not. And I just love how creative that was. Like to me, super mega kudos to whoever came up with that.
Very nice. Very nice. But let's rewind a little bit. Come back to the real world. Sometimes kids don't pick up their toys. They leave stuff scattered all around the backyard. Anything can happen. There's storms, there's weather, and there's wild animals that might just decide that their ball is something they would like to spend time. Oh, I love that. He tries to like hug it, and then it rolls over on top of him.
That squirrel is that
He
is
might-
too precious.
I think he even wins over the tiger for like happiest animal. I don't know who's happier, guys, the horse or the squirrel playing with their balls. Happier, horse or squirrel? You guys can put that in the comments if you want to.
I don't know. I'm gonna say this one wins everything. To me, this one wins every prize, every expectation I had. It's just that squirrel is in absolute heaven.
I
The
love
little
the
jumping.
jump land is awesome.
I can actually watch this video over and over, I must say. Over and over.
I like when he goes behind the brush. I don't know if he hears a noise or something, but he runs back over to the tree like he's gonna run away. And then he's like, nope, I'm going back to the ball right
Probably
here.
because the ball touched the fence or touched one of the trees.
Maybe.
That double jump.
I'm back.
That is ridiculously precious. Yeah, I can watch this over and over again.
So now what if I told you that it was that squirrel actually that was setting up this dog? Huh? How about that? Same size ball. It's a squirrel actually trying to score the dog in my world. That's how this scene played out, guys. If you're not aware, the squirrel's practicing, and then he was setting up the dog. Not as cool as the sharks, but you know.
Oh, that's my number one. That's just that's so much joy and innocence and perfection. It's just too beautiful.
It's gonna be tough then because I threw in just a just for Maria clip for the end here. But now you're so happy with the squirrel. I just don't know if it'll be as adorable. But you guys know every once in a while we gotta throw in some big cat clips, which we got the tiger in. That wasn't close enough for me today. We had to throw in we had to throw in Maria's favorite cats. Just in the water, playing with
I want to
balls.
touch him. I want to touch him like right there. Oh my gosh, I want
Yes.
that job. Can
It's
I
a
go
ball.
swim with you? Oh my gosh, I will just be so happy. Look at that head. Oh, it's just too beautiful. He's not as active as the but look how he uses the tail.
Mm-hmm.
Not as active as the tiger. I gotta say, the tiger was beautifully surprising. This one
Yeah.
is just completely adorable, and the person there like pushes the ball back. He's like, "Here, this is your ball, man."
I like how he
no.
uses the floaty. That's I think my favorite part when he goes floaty with it.
Yes,
Like
That
I
is
want to
so
bounce,
precious.
but I want to float. I'm very tossed up here.
that is too. Look at the fur. That's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Almost looks like a snow leopard.
It was a leopard of some sort, so I threw it in. I'm like, all right, Maria.
Because the tail is very, 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 very long.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that makes my day.
We talked about it in that. If you guys are watching the Undiscovered Worlds videos, also, if you go to the snow video, we were talking about the snow leopard and how it uses its tails is extra long, and they're able to use it. They wrap it around their head, so they can, when they lay down, it's essentially a scarf. It helps keep them warm. So that's what Maria was referencing on that one.
Yep.
So your favorite clip now is we had a lot in the running. My last video was my favorite with all the clips because I love the extreme eating clips. I thought they were all amazing. I think this is the happiest I've seen you through all the clips. Is this ranking in one of your top favorite videos that we've done so far?
I think so. Because to me, what I like is the variety of uses for playing with balls. So I love that it wasn't just everybody kicking a ball because that gets old. But I love how there were many uses for it. And when you started with that tiger, that just set the mood. Like that was just too beautiful, a lot of energy, a lot of action. And to me, it was just like, Oh, that was too perfect for me.
It's funny
And
because
then
that.
every video kept getting different views, different angles, so they each brought something curious about it. Like
Mhm.
the piggy. I love that we both that I'm not sure if it's real, but I love that you think it is, and I love that. And then you clearly see the sharks, and they're clearly fake, but it was so beautifully done.
Mhm.
But the squirrel was so raw and so captured, like unexpected, and just so um almost like an intimate capture of something really beautiful and
Yeah.
glee. And I
You just
think
were
that's the one I
peering
like the most.
you're peering in on that. That wasn't a setup scene, no one's playing with them, that's just an animal having fun on its own and someone happened to have a camera and capture that. So I see your point.
So
I
I
think those
think
will be
that's the
fun.
one that I like the most, just because there's the purity of the moment that got
Okay.
captured.
All right. So we'll do this one. I'm actually really curious because Mar was a little tossed up on some of these, and I like different ones that she did. We don't do this every episode, guys, but I'm going to do it this episode. You guys can tell us in the comments if you want which clip is your favorite, and I'll basically break them down so we can number them. We might have to start doing this. It could be fun, Mar. We can do like America's Funniest Home Videos thing where we kind of
I love that.
but then the audience gets to vote because I always think they pick like the three they pick. I'm always like, really? Those you think are the best of what you showed on the show? I had so much fun doing it for Halloween. Now that I'm like, ooh, I want to, but I don't want to get too involved in it where we do that every episode. Um, if you guys haven't seen Halloween, go check it out. We do like a costume show. I just grabbed a whole bunch of clips. We do
That
like
is a lot of fun.
we did the playoff brackets. There was like 16 clips, and then we kept narrowing it down to pick like Maria got to pick her favorite
I
clip.
almost needed to take some meditative a moment because I was so overjoyed with everything, and every clip was so perfect. I almost couldn't choose.
So we'll let you guys vote in on this one then. So our number one clip, actually, because these went out of order, I apologize. So this is the order I showed them in. Your tiger video was actually supposed to be number 3, but since you mentioned the bear with the red ball, that's where we ended up. So the tiger video,
Ah,
number 1 is the tiger video. Number 2 will be Piggy Turnstile. We got Piggy Turnstile. Number 3, Soccer Dog. Soccer Dog was at the end of the clip. Let's see. He didn't seem as impressive. There you go. Okay, we got to show off the skills there. There we go.
yeah, of course, because you haven't seen it already in the video from
Number
the beginning.
4, horse. Horse playing with ball. Number 5, cat agility. The ballerina cat, we shall call him. Good job, ballerina cat.
That is impressive. Woof. That
is
is very
number
impressive.
5, guys. Ballerina cat is number 5.
Yep.
Number 6, sharks playing ball.
That one just makes me laugh so much. It's just so ridiculous.
It might be from a video game. I don't know the origin of it. If you guys know, you can feel free to tell us as always. That's number 6.
I could probably watch that one again, over and over.
Number 7 is Squirrel in yard playing with ball. And number 8. And there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope you guys loved the video or some of the videos. I was kidding at the beginning of the show, but I'm actually kind of serious. Let us know what you guys think. The show's kind of evolved a little bit since episode 10. That was our first episode of Animals Playing with Balls. Let us know what you guys think. If you've come this far, guys, and have not already clicked the subscribe button, please do so. We really appreciate it. It helps us get the content out there. And if you're listening to us on Spotify and Apple or wherever you get your podcasts, we really appreciate it, guys. You can follow us, like,
and you can watch these videos on Spotify. So
yeah,
the nice thing is
you can watch it. That's a good point. But if you're catching us on Apple or Google or some of just the audio only podcast sources, I'm hoping over like the next year that'll change because Spotify added video. So I'm hoping some of these other sources add video too, so you're able to see the clips. But there's a lot of places that you guys can see these episodes. We're going to be posting them on Facebook eventually. They're always on YouTube. Spotify, you can watch the video. There's tons of places you guys can catch them. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys are Patreon subscribers, jump on over to the after show. We're going to start that up right now. And if you guys just want to join in the conversations we have every episode, you can go to the community tab in YouTube or the free section of Patreon. You don't have to sign up for anything or subscribe and join in on the convos. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.